Do you hate ads? I hate ads. You know what I love? Patreon.com/inkdependence, where patrons get access to a patron-only Discord, ad-free videos, and the joy of knowing they help support this channel. Hello folks, welcome to Inkdependence. I'm Mike, and today I got a big old box for you. I gotta zoom out actually to get this box on here from Atlas Stationery. This is some stuff I ordered very recently. I was actually not expecting it quite yet, so that's very fun. Let's get in this awesome box and see what we got here. Not using anything fancy today. It's my little Milwaukee Fastback box cutter knife because it's what was handy. This is a very handy little knife to have if you're in the garden or if you're just like opening boxes or whatever. You just replace the blade. It's real easy. Just use this button here, pull it out, slap a new one in, turn it around, whatever. It's got a little button on the side here in case you're wearing gloves like I am in the garden sometimes. Just push it and you can just like let it drop closed. You can just like push it again and open it. It's very convenient for that stuff, and it's like a few bucks, so you know, pretty darn good. All right, let's see in this box here. This is stuff that I ordered, and I used my store credit for my affiliate program there to do it. So thank you to all y'all who use that affiliate program, which is using the code inkdependence at checkout, and that'll give you 10% off of your order or more if there are other promotions going on, and it'll also send some money my way in the form of store credit. So let me get this out of here. Here's what we got here, and you'll notice there's a couple of Toyo boxes in here because that's what we wanted to try out. Thank you for celebrating the magic of pens. Look at this, it's like drawing and stuff. We got a pen. We got a clover there because it was St. Patrick's Day recently. So yeah, fun stuff. All right, let's see what else we've got in here. All right, let's go for the biggest box first. Kind of open this here. I'm actually kind of careful with bubble wrap because I like to save it and use it when I ship things out. If you get something from my store, which is at inky-d.com, you'll probably get stuff in recycled bubble wrap or some other sort of quasi-eco-friendly stuff because, you know, I like to do that. So I'll set this aside and totally use it later. All right, so this is a toolbox, and actually what precipitated this order is that Audrey saw this and she's like, I really want one of those. So we got the Toolbox T320, and these go for 38 bucks for this toolbox. Let me get in here. These are made in Japan. Very nice, sturdy construction there. There's really not anything else going on here. It's kind of a box to protect it in shipping. So here is the box. This is a fairly decent sized box here, I think. Let me see if I can get some stats on how big this thing is. This is 12.5 inches by 4.9 inches on this side, and then 3.3 inches deep. So nice sized little box here. It says it is steel and it is painted. You can actually see in a few places where the paint is a little bit thin, like right here on this latch, which is fine. I actually like things like that. It's not like, you know, not every square centimeter of this is covered, but I think it is pretty nicely done. I mean, it's covered, but it's like not absolutely perfect, and I kind of value that that little bit of imperfection. I think it's kind of reminds me of like the toolboxes my dad had when I was a kid. You can see a little bit of wear there, but nice steel handle there. Let's try out this latch. Oh yeah, solid latch. I don't know exactly what we're going to use this for or what Audrey's going to use this for because it's probably going to end up being hers. This comes in a variety of colors. We went ahead and got the coral one because I thought it looked pretty cool, but it also comes in silver, red, military green, blue, black, and antique brown. Oh, the brown looks cool. I didn't even see the brown one before, but yeah, it looks really good. I actually kind of like this, what they call coral. It looks like kind of a salmon-y sort of color to me. And that's pretty good. Now, you could put a lot of things in here. Oh, the lid. Oh, that's nice. The lid stays open on its own, so that's actually very handy. So you could put stuff in here and it would like weight it down. And you could put something back here if you wanted to. One thing that I've seen Audrey do with some of her organizational stuff is she'll have like little bins in here, and then she'll have a diagram up here on the lid of whatever box she's using that tells her what things are where, so she doesn't have to think about it. If she's grabbing like, you know, nib parts or something, it'll be like broad, medium, fine, extra fine, etc. And she'll like grab that thing because like she set it up and that's where she wants it, and it'll tell her right there. So that's actually that's a thing that could work on this as well, since this box stays open. That's actually pretty cool. It can hold a lot of stuff. Here's my here's my iPhone 15 Pro Max there, and it totally fits in there with a whole bunch of room to spare. So there's a little here's Here's a pen for you. So you could stack a whole bunch of pens in there if you wanted, or any number of other things, bottles of ink and such. Oh, it's actually kind of exactly the right height to put one of these Monteverde bottles in. What if I can put one of these tall, like, JB pen flushes in? No, not quite. I kind of figured that wasn't going to work. What else would fit in here? How about this stamp? It's a stamp from Inky Converters. Oh, yeah. If you've got a bunch of stamps from Inky Converters, you can totally stand those in there. No problem at all. Yeah, nice. So this can hold a multitude of things. I'm not really sure exactly what she's going to use it for, but yeah, looking forward to finding out. I think this is a really nicely made thing. I kind of get the impression it's going to last forever. That latch means business. Oh, it's lockable as well. So you can see there, you put a little, you can put a lock through that, what do you call that? Is that a hasp or something? I don't know. See that little loop right there, and it'll keep it from opening. That's pretty cool. Very handy. All right, Toyo Steel box. And since she was getting one, I found this one as well. This is another one of these little Toyo boxes. And this is one that I saw my friend Carrie Yeager, Fountain Pen Day Carrie, Esterbrook Kenro Carrie using. I'm pretty sure this is what he has. This is the Toolbox T152. And the T152 is a smaller version. This is $22. There we go. It's like a smaller version of that toolbox. This blue color is kind of awesome, actually. Here, let me show you the coral next to it. Whereas the coral is kind of, it's kind of like a flat paint job. This one's like glossy and glistening. That's pretty cool. I like that. This is also heavier than I would think it would be. I mean, it's not as heavy as a toolbox, but this is a pretty serious little box. So this one, as I said, is $22. It comes in military green, black, and blue, and it is 1.4 inches high, 6 inches long, and 4 inches, a little over 4 inches wide. I don't have. Oh, okay. I don't have a spec for weight on this, I don't think, but it is heavier than I thought it would be. But this is another just steel storage box, flat lid, made from one piece of steel, resulting in no sharp edges, it says. It's kind of like stamped in there, so you don't have sharp edges at the corners right there. That's pretty nice if you're going to be putting it in with your other gear. You don't have to worry about that happening. Also, it's stackable, so you see the little round feet here will go in the little round indentations on the top, so you get a bunch of these and just stack them up with various things, different colors, etc. Let me take this out of here. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I haven't decided what I'm going to use this for either. My buddy Kerry uses it as a sort of like a portable nib kit to, adjust nibs and that sort of thing. He's got, he's got his, like your shims and, all that kind of stuff that you would use to adjust nibs, or like some micro mesh to smooth things or things like that. So I don't know, maybe it'll get some usage like that. I'm not really sure. I just thought this was really cool, and I kind of wanted one to try out, because every time I see his at a show, I'm kind of jealous. Now let's see, does this open all the way? No, this also stands up. That's cool. So that's because of the way this hinge works, it'll just kind of stop itself. Yeah, that's neat. So as long as you have some weight here, you don't have to worry about this falling over. And you could, put labels or something on the lid there, tell you what things are in there. I don't know. Heck, put a mirror on there so you can admire your beautiful self there. I don't know. There's all kinds of things you can do with this box. Kind of unlimited potential within this like inch by 6 inch situation. Yeah, I dig that. So $22. Very cool. Very nice, Toyo. I dig it. All right. And the last thing is this one. And this is something that one of our viewers, a guy named Dustin, keeps telling me I need to try out. And so I put it on the list. I was like, yep, fine. I will totally do that. I will try that thing out. And this is from, actually, does it say? It just says design fill. Interesting. Midori. This is from Midori. And this is the Midori dip pen. Now, I have collected a bunch of different kinds of dip pens recently, and they're all a bit different. So I've got the Pilot one here, the Iro Utsushi, I think is what that's called there. And then I've got the Sailor ones. I want to say they're called Hokoro is probably what these are called. This is, of course, the Kakamori dip nib, the stainless steel one. And then this is a Chemi's Labo, which is a handmade glass pen that I actually really like a whole lot as well. So I've got a bunch of dip pens that I use pretty regularly, and they all see different kinds of usage, and they're all good for different kinds of things. So I was interested to see how this Midori one would stack up. So let's get in here. All right, so I went ahead and got the medium. I'm not sure if there actually were other sizes. Let me see if this comes in other sizes. I kind of don't think it does. Nope, seems like it only comes in a medium size, and it has this interesting handle material, which I think is very cool. You see it says here, MD paper products right there, stamped into the barrel. And that's it. The rest of it is kind of smooth, although not a slippery sort of smooth, really. It's got a little bit of a texture to it. It does have a very nice looking anyway, little steel nib at the back. No feed or anything on that, so it's a lot more like the Pilot one. And then you can see it does have sort of a standard dip pin holder there that you can take out this nib and replace it with other ones, I think. I mean, yeah. It's just got a little short nib bit there. It's interesting. And you can replace this with all kinds of things. If you want to throw like a Zebra G in there, you could, or Browse nibs or those kind of things. You can also, since you can put it in any direction you want, you can kind of put it in the direction that you prefer in case you want to have it against a flat side, or you want to have it with, on one of the angles or something for some reason. It does have this interesting downward tilt. That's kind of weird. Is that just in the nib, or did I just put that in funky? No, that's just what the nib looks like. Look at that. It's really interesting. I guess it's supposed to be like that. I can't figure out a way that could have gotten damaged in shipping or anything. So yeah, that's interesting. All right, let's put this back in here. And there you go. That's the MD one, the Midori. It does say here that this is a simple, fresh-looking body of the pen made from an environmentally friendly material consisting mainly of paper powder, recreating the texture of a new page in pen form. That's interesting. Does it feel papery? I don't know if it feels papery. Like it feels interesting, like kind of like one of those bioplastics, which I guess it kind of is, but pretty interesting feeling. This goes for $26.40 at the Atlas site there. Really interesting. It says the nib is specifically designed for this product. Best of all, you can change the ink color at any time. No cartridge. All you need to do is grab the ink you want. With the same nib as the MD fountain pen, this pen is designed to make handwriting comfortable. Nib specially designed for this product. So it says same nib as the fountain pen, but then it also says nib especially for this product. I don't know. It's kind of strange. We do not recommend removing the nib or attaching products from other manufacturers. Result in damage. Okay, so don't do the thing I already did, but I think they're just kind of protecting themselves there a little bit against people who do it irresponsibly, but it seems pretty normal in terms of this attachment up here, so I'm not sure why. In fact, you could probably put this Kakamori one in here, but don't tell Midori I said that, because they just said not to. So, it says wipe dry after use and store in a dry place. So let's go ahead and I'll grab some ink and we can just kind of see how this works. Just a sec, let me find an ink. Okay, so this is a little piece of paper, a little Clairefontaine notebook that I've used for some ink testing, obviously. And this is just a little bottle of Monteverde Moonstone that I happen to have close at hand. Right there, which is a kind of nice brown color. So let's go ahead and dip this in here. I kind of wonder if the shaft of this pen will stain over time. If you get a bunch of ink on it. It picked up a good amount of ink. It might be because of the way the nib is sort of angled down. It gives it sort of a cup down at the bottom. Interesting. All right, so Actually, it started working better after a sec. I think maybe I just didn't get ink in the nib slit, perhaps. There we go. Get a little bit more of a squiggle. Yeah, not too bad. I do recall this ink being a little bit on the dry side. See if I can smear that around a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. It's definitely not meant for that smearing action. One thing I will note about this particular kind of pen is that much like the Sailor Hokuro ones, which have this sort of this has a feed on it, but the ones that don't have a feed even have a sort of a hole back here, and it kind of goes all the way through. So you could, when you're rinsing it off, get ink back into the shaft. You totally could do that with this one as well because of the way this is open. So I think this might be better a little bit for using one kind of ink at a time rather than what I use this for a lot, which is sort of a swatching thing, because this one just has the nib there. It's actually a pretty long nib. It's actually a lot longer than the Midori one. As you can see there, that curve is very interesting. And so there's more room to dip and also sort of more room to, you don't have to go nearly as deep in order to get ink on the nib to use. You do have this little hole back here, but it doesn't go anywhere. So I don't know. I'd be a little cautious about using this with a bunch of different inks and like dipping it in water and then like drying it off and then dipping it in ink again, because there's bound to be some water and like maybe even ink getting up in there if you're not real cautious. So yeah, I'm not sure this is going to be good for using a bunch of different inks time after time, but I'm going to give it some, I'm going to give it a little bit of time, try this thing out a little bit, and we'll see how it goes. Did I already get a little bit of ink on there? I did. Let me see if I can kind of rub that off. Well, I think we might have answered the staining question. And the answer is like, yeah, it can probably get stained. I don't think that was there before. I think I just did that. So yeah, could this get stained? Yeah, but that's also kind of part of the fun. I mean, you can get like your wooden ones get stained too, and it like makes it look like you've been doing art. I view that as just sort of like the sort of, I don't know, experience of the pen itself, and I think that's fine. So yeah, I'm gonna give this some more time. I'm gonna probably do a video then eventually on all these different kinds of dip nibs, just to sort of show people how I use them and sort of the ins and outs of these things. But this does feel really nice in the hand. I like that quite a lot. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. It's kind of an odd duck. I wonder why it's like that. It doesn't say why it's like that, but there must be a reason. I don't know. Maybe I'll figure it out as I use it. If you know why it's like that, let me know. But yeah. Unusual. All right, so there you go. That's our little haul there from Atlas Stationers. Thanks very much for using that affiliate code. That always helps out, because then I'm able to drop some caches on things. And go find yourself a little toolbox. Tell me what you would put in these toolboxes. Like, how would you use a a foot long one that looks like you'd put tools in? I mean, you could put tools in it, but like, how else would you use it? And how would you use that little one? Let me know how to put in those boxes. Throw that down in the comments, and I will see y'all in another video soon. Until then, peace out.